What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Let's talk about drugs. Let's talk about HRT and TRT and when you should go on. This is actually one of the most DM'd questions I get is, when should I go on TRT? And the answer is, well, I know you hate this. I get a lot of hate for saying this, but it absolutely depends on the situation. And I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you how to kind of read that. I'm going to tell you a good doctor to work with. It's going to be linked down below. In case you don't have a good doctor, like a lot of people have good doctors they work with. They have good endocrinologists, but a lot of people, they go to their GP, whatever, it could be their area, and they're not able to get that help. My doctor at Hormone Health and Wellness, they do a great job. They will help you with blood work. They will handhold you along the way, and they will help you out. This isn't a sales pitch for them. Once again, I do not get commission. I'm not a paid representative of that company. That's just where I get my HRT. And they've literally changed my life. HRT has changed my life. And when I say HRT, let me first explain the difference between HRT and TRT. TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. That means it deals only with testosterone. However, most people who are on TRT end up being on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. If you're getting your hormones worked on, it deals with everything from thyroid to metformin for blood sugar control, right? To HGH for IGF-1 levels. So many different variables, to thyroid. So a lot of people who say they're on TRT, they're actually on TRT, but also HRT. If you say HRT, it covers everything. You're replacing hormones. Testosterone replacement is simply replacing testosterone. But a lot of people will find that they want to replace more than that. So number one thing is, I don't care. My kids get their blood work done, not as often, you know, when they have to. Now that my daughter's turning 18 next year, I do think yearly blood work's done. I think, look, man, you do what you want with your kids. With my kids, I think they should always get checked up, have their levels run, check all their things. It's a good way to identify things that could be wrong in their body. Obviously, blood work is just a snapshot in time. If you get your blood work done at 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, it's what your blood work was at 7 a.m. on Tuesday. That means it probably won't be exactly the same at 8 a.m. on a Thursday, but it'll probably be similar. So you could get a lot of feedback, a lot of data on preventing a lot of issues with your health. Obviously, that's less imminent in someone who's, you know, under 18. But I think once you hit 18, you need to get your levels checked. Now, you go in, you get your metabolic panel checked, you get your lipid lab panel checked, get all those things checked. Why not, while they're doing it, run your hormones? Why not? But generally speaking, at the age of 25, around there, obviously it's different for some people. Things start declining, and it's not going to be drastic. It's not like at 25, you have 1,000 testosterone, it drops to 200. It's just your body's out of its like hormonal prime, right? And that's what causes a lot of the changes as we age, is our testosterone drops, our IGF-1 drops, our thyroid drops. And you start having those issues, or you might develop something like Hashimoto's for your thyroid, things like that. So you need to get those levels done. I can't encourage you enough to get blood work every year, okay? For some people who are high risk, every 6 months, okay? And also get those, get those scans. I got my calcium scoring done for my heart and everything. Like, at the end of the day, we don't want to die, but while you're running your blood work for your lipid profiles and your metabolic panels and all that, get your testosterone, get your estrogen. Again, there's a lot of testing that is done. My doctor at Hormone Health and Wellness, he gives me the list is this big. LabCorp has to literally look up what the heck they mean. So if you're going to a good endocrinologist or, clinician who deals with hormone issues, a good clinic, you're going to have a huge list for blood work. And it might cost a little money, but hey, you only live once. Let's make it as long and optimal as we can. So here's the thing about when to take TRT. It depends. For me, at 27 years old, my testosterone bonked. That has a lot to do with lifestyle and stress. My lifestyle was sleeping 3 hours a day. My lifestyle was overworking. I am a self-confessed workaholic. A lot of my partners are workaholics as well. It just, for me, it hit me it hit me in the hormones. I can't even pronounce that word. So for some, I know 70-year-olds who have testosterone in the 700s, 800s. Like some people just never hit that. But there is no age. But I will say, if you're looking at, if I've guns on my head and you're like, hey, Mark, when should I really pay attention to hormones? I'll be like, hey, start at 25. Okay. Start at 25. So I'm sending out a newsletter multiple times a week or even every day. It's going to have deals. It's going to have articles. It's going to have exclusive stuff from me. The algorithm has not been good to me on YouTube, on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe it's something I said. But anyway, go to marklobliner.com. It pops up. Put your email in there. That's all you have to do. You get all that stuff for free. So some people, keep in mind, some people need more testosterone. Let me explain. So when trying to figure out my optimal range, you obviously don't want it too high. That's when your lipids go out of whack, your cholesterol goes out of whack. A lot of things happen, right? For me, my perfect range is 1,000. That's when I feel my best. And I found that range by working with my doctor. I found that range by giving feedback. You know, when I was at 1,200, I was like, I don't know. I feel it made me feel lethargic. It was weird. When I was at 800, I felt good. When I'm at 1,000, I feel like I do now. I feel like I can literally run through walls because that's how a human should feel. Human beings you should wake up feeling amazing. Maybe some aches and pains from working and training, but we should wake up feeling amazing. If you're doing life right, you should feel amazing. Most of the time, obviously you have bad days, but most of the time you should be like, dude, this life thing is freaking awesome. Okay, if you're doing life right, even if, whether you make 20 grand a year or 20 million a year, like you should be crushing it with energy, with vigor, with virality. You should be wanting to pounce on your wife, assuming you have a wife. No, don't pounce on someone else's wife. Okay. But what I'm saying is that's what men do, right? Like we should be out there like alpha, right? Like right now, you know, me, and I'm not by any means bragging. I'm just telling you where I'm at. I look forward to exercising. I look forward to coaching my kids. I look forward to working, to thinking, to acting, to doing cool stuff. I look forward to, to having relations with my wife. Those are things we should be looking forward to. We shouldn't be looking forward to sitting on the couch watching sports ball and Sunday in our man cave. That's a B thing to do. All right. That's a real B thing to do. Men shouldn't have man caves. We should have man houses. You're really relegating your wife. You're giving your wife like 3,000 square feet and you're getting like 150 square feet in the basement in the corner with your little pendants for your teams. Come on, guys. I digress. So the thing is, why do you need a doctor? Why do you need a doctor? So I think before we get to why you need a doctor, let's get to what age. The age doesn't really matter. It could be 25. It could be 70. It could be never. However, I recommend really paying attention around age 25. A lot earlier than they thought. Guys, I'll start paying attention at 40. It's like, dude, you could have just wasted 15 years. You could have been crushing life. With that being said, why would you not do it yourself? You know, go to that guy in the gym, buy your own testosterone, just inject 200 milligrams a week or whatever. Number one is dirty or mislabeled gear. There's a big thing, Anavar or oxandrolone is really expensive. A lot of times when people buy Anavar, they're buying Anadrol. And if you look at the differences, they're profound. If you give Anavar to a girl, probably going to make them a little harder, maybe make them maybe the muscle growth, right? It was originally designed for women and teenagers, believe it or not, Anavar. You give a girl Anadrol at the same doses, you're looking at an Adam's apple and a really large clit. Now, I am not by any means talking down on enlarged clitori. I believe that's the plural form of clitoris, but I'm guessing most of the women out there don't want a camel toe at all times, okay? While I say it's great for the ease of finding it and this and that, those things can be slippery little bastards. I'm just saying. The difference between Anadrol and Anavar is huge, even for men. Huge difference in virilization, all that good stuff. You know, basically acne and man boobs. Who doesn't want bee tits, right? Who doesn't want them, right? If you notice I'm trying to stop cursing, this is really, really hard, guys. So another thing is it's not monitored. Remember that story I told you earlier about finding 1,000? Now that's the difference in milligrams. Right now, I'm on I know. There's some people online who do not believe this is what I'm taking, but come on, guys. In one breath, they're saying I'm taking all these steroids. In another breath, they say I look like crap. Okay, you got to pick one. If I don't look like I'm not taking that much juice, then I don't know. I'm confused. Do I look like crap or do I look too good for 150? You gotta friggin' make up your mind. So 150 milligrams one time. I split it in 2 doses. So I take it on Sunday and Thursday. So if you know, on Sunday and Thursday, when you wake up in the morning, go, wow, this is the day that Marc injects his testosterone. Okay. So you need to go and be monitored by a professional so you can find that perfect level. Just between 800 and 1,200 isn't that much. There's between 800 and 1,000, and 1,000 and 1,200 is very little. That's the difference of milligrams, like literally just a couple milligrams. So I want you to really pay attention and talk to your doctor and give them feedback. You know, my doctor, if I don't know, I think I could feel better. Well, let's measure your blood work. We go get the blood work done. I send the blood work in. He's, oh, well, maybe we do this. I'm a bit of a hypochondriac, as you can tell. I wear a Whoop strap and an Apple Watch to measure my vitals. But, dude, I mean, just don't buy dirty gear. And every time you buy on the black market, you risk dirty gear. I've had many friends get abscesses and had to have surgery for dirty gear. Yes, I have a lot of friends who use steroids, okay? So, again, that's why not. So, that's it. Now, my doctor, Hormone Health and Wellness. So here's exactly what I'm on. So I have, it's a blend of cypionate and enanthate, 90%, 10%. So this is a prescription. So HRT, what am I taking? I'll take 2 IUs of HGH. I take that 5 days a week. The doctor prescribes basically 2 IUs Monday through Friday, and then I take the weekends off. You could debate all you want on if that's effective. It's that stupid. I just listen to my doctor. He's the expert, and he has me feeling the best I've ever been. Again, I'll link his info down below. Never felt better. So let's say you're 25 and you're looking at natural alternatives. You don't want to have to inject. Again, testosterone replacement therapy. I need to say this again. Sorry this video is taking so long. I do tend to over-explain things. A lot of people go, hey, man, how do I come off of TRT? That's the thing, you don't. That's the problem with TRT. Who wants to inject every week for the rest of their life? I hate it. I hate injecting. I hate it. And every night I'm like, when I'm putting the GH, you know, like, on Monday through Friday, even though it's in an insulin pin, my testosterone, I take so little of it. I only use an insulin pin as well. You backload it. Look up backloading insulin pin and you should find something. I've never searched it, but I'm guessing that's it. Basically, you inject it in a regular needle, and then you take the back of the insulin pin off the plunger, you inject it in, put the plunger back on, and get the air out, and you're good to go. But I don't use anything but insulin pins, and even then, I absolutely despise it. I don't like it. So let's say you don't want to, and I don't like the patches. I definitely don't like the pellets. Those are yucky. Don't like the creams. I don't think they're as effective. They can rub off on people. So what are natural alternatives? Now, remember, there is no supplement that can replace steroids. Again, there is no natural supplement that can replace steroids. There are supplements that have benefits that might prolong or prevent, if it keeps at that level, from having to use TRT. Again, these are not replacements for steroids, okay? Number one is your diet, right? Make sure you're getting adequate zinc. You get that through supplement form or through foods. Make sure you're getting adequate magnesium, right? Zinc is key. If you're deficient in zinc, you're going to have hormonal deficiencies. Vitamin D, I always say no matter what, supplement 5,000 IUs vitamin D. We have a product from MTS Nutrition called Vega D3. It's a vegan source, which means it doesn't come from sheep wool grease like normal. Vitamin D, I'll link this down below. It comes from lichens, which is a moss grown on the hillsides. It's a renewable source, right? So it's vegan. It's not from like sheep hair, right? So one thing you can look into, again, I will state, I'm not stating, because I don't need any haters out there, I'm not stating that this made me who I am. I do take it because it does have effects on free testosterone, even though I'm on TRT. But again, it comes down to what you can afford. And are there other supplements? I'd rather you take Immortal, Nectar, and some creatine than take Insurgent. But if you can afford all 4 of those, go ahead. Okay, Insurgent, right? Insurgent has an ingredient in it that's called Prima V that alone, not including the alpha energy and the other items in there, that increase testosterone and free testosterone 20%. Again, this study was done in elderly males, but hey, you know what? We've seen some great blood work from our customers. It's really been doing well. So Insurgent is a good, not an alternative, but I would say if you don't want to go on TRT, it's worth a shot. Okay. Even if your levels are great, say you're at 1,000 test, what's wrong with raising it another 20% if you can, right? And it's healthy. You don't have to cycle it. The longer you take it, the better it works. It's fantastic. So Insurgent, let's go with the coupon down below. Go Insurgent TRT. Insurgent TRT is 20% off of Tiger Fitness. Insurgent TRT, I'll link that down below. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below. Be sure to like this video, click on the notification bell. All these supplements, by the way, where are they available? They're available at tigerfitness.com. Tigerfitness.com is my site. We sell everything from this Ghost RTDs. We have MTS Nutrition. It's available at many retailers. We are the home of MTS Nutrition. Outright bars, got Core Nutritionals. We got Axe and Sledge. Got all your favorite brands under one roof. Best customer service. Free shipping over $99. We have 2 warehouses on the West and Midwest. So we get everywhere within 1 to 2 days for free shipping. No Prime fees, none of that. And we usually beat Prime. 99% of the time lately, we beat Prime in shipping. And again, free over $99. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and remember, that's not a game. The Outright Bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your Outright Bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the Outright Bar when and where you need it.